You are well. My name is Penny Moises and I'm founder of the Clean and Tidy Home Show. And I am delighted to be joining you for a tea break today. And our guests for today are Chris and Sam from the Travel Geo. So some of you may remember having a chat to them at the show or potentially a recent blog post, but they are just about to join us. Thank you for joining. So should just be any moment that they'll be joining us. They do have some potentially dodgy signal where they are.
Hello.
How are you?
We're good, thank you. How are you?
Good, yes, very well. Delighted to have the opportunity to chat to you today. And just for those people who haven't followed your account or didn't have the opportunity to meet you at the show, would you like to just introduce yourselves?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Sam,
I'm Chris.
and together we created the Travel Duo page just because we are obsessed with travel. We now live in a van, which we didn't think would happen when we first opened this page. And it's just a community where people like to follow along with our adventures, really.
I love it. I love it. Now tell us a bit about your home.
Our home is a Volkswagen LT35 2004 plate. It used to be an ex-minibus. We bought it in May last year. And yeah, we spent the next 10 months converting it to what it is now. It's got a full double bed at the back, a shower, toilet, little kitchen area, settee. So yeah, it's got everything we need.
And we built it all with our own bare hands.
Yes.
Amazing, amazing. So impressive. And you've got your lovely furry friend along for the journey with you, who I'm delighted is joining us today.
Say hello to everyone.
So tell us a bit more about it and what it's really like and what are the biggest challenges you face, kind of having a home that is constantly on the move and not the largest of homes.
So I'll start off by saying it is absolutely amazing. We love this lifestyle. Like, we kick ourselves every day that we've spent the last year living on the road, and we've been to 12 countries in that time, all across Europe and the UK. And we just kick ourselves every time that we are in new places all the time and we have our whole home with us. It's just
Yeah, that's a massive plus. It's like we have everything we need wherever we go. Like, we can rock up to like a lake and we know we've got the swimmers. It's not like you've turned up in your car and you haven't got them or anything. So yeah, that's really cool. The biggest challenges though are probably things that you guys or who live in a house would find you wouldn't even think about. Like, for us, we have to empty the toilet. We have to find fresh water to fill our tank up with. And we have to get rid of our grey waste that's held in a separate tank. So yeah, it's the simple things like that that are the most challenging. Luckily, up in Scotland, they've been really good, haven't they?
Yeah, and I think, like, you know, this lifestyle is so rewarding, and to say that our biggest struggles is literally trying to get rid of our waste and things.
Yeah.
Like, I count ourselves really lucky, to be honest. But yeah, it's mind-boggling how, when you're living in a house compared to a van, you can go to the toilet and click that flush button, or, you know, get your tap and have as much tap water as you want.
Have a long hot shower.
Yeah, not have to conserve water. Like, whenever we go back to visit family and friends, it just makes me think, wow, you take that for granted so much when you live in a house. And one thing I do love about a smaller home is it doesn't take so long to clean. Because when we lived in a house, we had a 3-bedroom house and it was 3 stories, and I felt like my whole life evolved around the upkeep
It was
of
nice,
the house. So it's quite nice now that, although it gets quite messy with this one around, we're forever kind of.
But it's also taught us a lot in ourselves, as in, like, because it's such a small space, it's now, if you get something out, you put it away straight away. You know, like, once you finish with it, or like once you've done that, you normally wash it up and then it goes away, because we haven't got that much counter space and things like that. So it's taught us a lot to, like, be a lot more tidier.
Organised.
Yeah, tidier.
Clean, tidy and organised.
Yeah.
Love it. Obviously, you're saying all the right things for me to be interested, that's for sure. But one thing I really wanted to ask you about is Fyio are one of our amazing partners, and Fyio is this amazing app for those of the listeners that don't know, that combines a PA with a digital filing cabinet, and there's so many uses for it. Now, you're a massive advocate, so I'd love to just understand a little bit more about that and your experience with Fyio so far.
So we are so proud to be representing Fyio, and when it came into our life many years ago, we're so fortunate that we got a lovely relationship with the founder of Fyio, and when she first told us about this idea, we were like, oh my God, everybody needs this in their life, especially us.
Everyone in their house has that place where they've got that paperwork. You know what I mean? Just whether it's organised or it's not. Ours was a filing cabinet upstairs. I think we went through it about once, organised it all, but apart from that, it was just.
And I mean, like, paperwork is our lives at the end of the day. Like, everybody you speak to, you know, when we're born, you know, every ounce of our life is paperwork. And it's crazy how much kind of anxiety and disorganization can come from such an important part of our lives. So yeah, when we first found out about Fyio, we just absolutely fell in love with it. We started using it straight away, so we've been using it for years now, from you know, our home life when we lived in a 3-bedroom house to living in the van. It's become even more incredible for us. But yeah, it's completely transformed the way that we use paperwork and how we share it. So for those of you that don't know, it's a encrypted online digital cabinet, basically, to be able to have all of your paperwork stored safely, and most importantly, to be able to share that with one another. Because me and Chris, if we ever wanted to share important documents with one another, it would be through email or, you know, the occasional like iMessage or something, and that is so unsafe. Like, the amount of details that we're getting out there. And when we found out that you could send from app to app and it's all encrypted, it's all safe.
And it works out brilliant for me, because Sam is actually the more organised one in the relationship, so I never had to deal with any of the paperwork and all that anyway. And I think you normally find that in a couple where there's one who's like pretty switched on with it, knows where everything is. I generally didn't know where anything was, but now Sam just sends me a copy to it, and I do have it always with me on my phone. And yeah, it's been a game changer for that reason.
It's so nice for communications as well. And in actual fact, when we were at the Clean and Tidy Home show, those of you might have seen us there at the event, but the amount of feedback we had when we spoke to people as well, they said the same, like, oh yeah, I'm really organised, and the husband would be there like, yeah, she does it all, like, I don't have a clue about it, like, God happens, it, like, God forbid if anything happens to them, I don't know what I would do. And it really kind of opened our eyes that this isn't right. You know, we should all be able to share these things and know where things are, and it be safe and organised, and everything else can just...
And for us at the moment, like, our post is going to Sam's parents' house, so it's perfect that Sam's parents use the app and send it to us, so we have it still on our phones, even if we are still getting our letters and things like that. Obviously, you try and go digital as much as you can, but there's certain things that they're still going to send you through the post. So it's really nice. It's an amazing facility to have, and just be able to save on your phone all the time.
And the amount of times we're like somewhere and we think, like, we might get an email through, you know, requesting specific paperwork, and it's so nice to think, oh, I know exactly where that invoice number is, or I know exactly what my reference number for my mortgage or something is.
If you ever have to apply for anything.
Rather than thinking, oh my God, where is that? I'm going to have a look when I'm eventually back to wherever we are. So yeah, it's just lovely.
How it's shifted, and that, I think, so for anybody going travelling, even for a few months, a year, or for the rest of their lives, whatever it might be, what an amazing way, as you say, to make sure that you're still keeping up with that and you don't come back to any surprises. That's really, really interesting, because I certainly still have a couple of bits of post that go to my parents as well, even after all these years. But I think one of the other functionalities that I totally love about the app is to be able to set reminders, because we talk about paperwork in a physical form as well, but the amount of paperwork that I get into my emails that I just think, oh, I won't worry about that for another year. Suddenly, it's like washing the sheets, you know, you think, well, I'm going to do that every week or every 2 weeks, whatever suits you, but then it suddenly comes around quicker than you ever anticipate. And I think it's the same for anything like insurance or pet things that you have to do at the vets or whatever it might be.
Yeah, and especially for us, obviously we got the because we actually live in the van, we still have to MOT it. We have got the insurance, and we rent our house out, so we have different things on that as well, don't we? So yeah, the reminders are an absolute game changer.
And I love the example you used then, Penny, was saying like the amount of emails that come through and you kind of think, oh, I'll leave that for now because I don't need it. But then when you do need it, it's buried, and you might be somewhere where, you know, the signal ain't great and your emails are doing this horrible like thing trying to look for something important. So what I love about Fyio is when you get that email, you could think, oh, I don't actually need to do this at the moment, but click the share button into Fyio, set that reminder, and when it does come to needing to deal with that piece of paperwork, you can literally just go into the app, it's there, and it's so much like the stress is taken away.
Straightforward, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was chatting to somebody, an avid Fyio user, that said actually getting things like gig tickets or event tickets and having them within, you know, being able to share within the family. If you don't end up being at the entrance at the same point, then it's okay. And I just think that's a wonderful thing, and absolutely something that we are kind of exploring more in terms of how we can work with Fyio more strategically moving forwards. But certainly that's something that people can already do, is save Clean and Tidy Home Show tickets. The amount of queries I get either in our DMs or our emails that say, that email where my tickets, you know, when my tickets were sent over, I can't find it, you know, where do I go? It's like, well, actually, if you don't have Fyio, keep it in your drawer.
And when you come to scan it, they can literally scan it from the Fyio app. So it's just, it's amazing. It's just there. Don't have to worry about it. You can just enjoy your time at the Clean and Tidy Home Show.
I love it. So talking of the Clean and Tidy Home Show, are you going to be joining us again this year?
We are.
Absolutely.
We can't wait. So excited.
Yeah, we loved the show. It was absolutely amazing. I can't believe it was the first one. No. It was just off the scale.
It was huge as well. And the amount of people that were there, I didn't expect it to be that big.
Yeah.
It sort of threw me. I was like, okay, wow.
I'm so excited.
We've chucked ourselves in here.
So excited.
And I absolutely love it. For any of you that haven't seen it yet, if you go to the Fyio website, you can see a really lovely video of the kind of Fyio journey at the show. And my sister was helping on the help desk, which was sponsored by Fyio, and she made the cut. She's so excited. So every time I go on it now, I see my sister, which is so lovely.
You did an amazing job as well, sending them all the right way.
Yeah, and it was really nice for us to get, like, we spoke about the feedback earlier on.
Oh, yeah.
It was really, really good.
It was incredible. And I just think, like, everyone loved Fyio at the event, and we loved connecting with people. It was so nice to be there and talk them through it and things. So,
and everything else that was at the event. You know, in general, for us, it was amazing.
Oh God, yeah! I picked up so many good things.
I did put it down. Yeah.
I love it. So what we're really excited to say, we're working with a strategic partnership with Fyio again this year, sponsoring our help desk and our plan your visits. There's going to be lots of content and useful tips for making the most out of the show. And Fyio is going to become really intrinsic to that experience, which we're really excited about. And until midnight on Sunday, Fyio are kindly offering some extra storage for our Clean and Tidy community. So you simply go into the subscription box and put in a code Clean and Tidy. So what I wanted to ask you both as avid users, can you think back to when you first started using it? And if you got any tips, if people are just getting started, you know, what should they do first? Any advice?
So my biggest advice is it is so easy to use. It really is. And I just think once you download it, you know, one thing to always add is you're going to get a little verification code from your email just to kind of point you in the right direction of setting you up securely, because this is a, you know, a very highly encrypted app. So that's really, really important as well. But it's just to really explore it, open up every single drawer and see just what you can put in there. Because I remember when we first downloaded it, you know, we thought like, right, we'll pop this in, we'll put our home insurance in, we'll put that in. But it wasn't until we downloaded it and we realised just simple things like his pet worming and stuff. Oh my God, before I was horrendous. Forgetting when it was, and now I just take a picture, set a reminder, and it's just, he's the best well-kept dog on the world now.
And there is things in there in the files that you probably think like, I don't even know what that is, but there's a really cool little feature. We got like Fyio facts, and it tells you all about what it is, so you do have that reference to go back to and be like, oh, that's what that is. I could do with putting that in actually. So
yeah, absolutely. So just I think our biggest advice is just get in there, have a good little look at all the different things you can store. Take your time getting used to the app. If anybody ever has any issues or worries or can't use something, always reach out to any of the social media on the website, and there will be people there to help you with it. But it's so easy. Our parents use it.
Our parents use it all the time.
So yeah, like, just enjoy it. It's very addictive.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, I was going to say it can be very addictive. Once you've got one in, you put two in, you're like, oh, I'm going to find that now. I'm going to find that now. So you can get lost for hours doing it, actually.
Yeah, and also another important tip is, once you do use it, encourage your loved ones to start downloading it, and you can send those documents to whoever needs it, and then it just makes peace of mind for them as well if they ever need to have access to those documents. And that's what Fyio is all about, really, is the community and sharing with the important people that need it. So yeah, absolutely, just love it and enjoy it.
I love that. And because so many times I think we wait either till it's too late or until things have got into chaos, just starting small, seeing what you can do. And as you say, sharing with loved ones, because you never know when that might be useful. And as you say, absolute peace of mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
So good to chat to you today. Enjoy your trip in Scotland. Can't wait to see more of it. And I know that we've seen lots of people that have either said, Fyio's changed my life, or looking forward to following you in your journey. So I think you've really inspired people to get paperwork happy today. So looking forward to seeing how everybody adjusts to Fyoing their lives.
That's it, yeah.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us. It was great to speak to you.
Really lovely. And we look forward to representing Fyio at this year's Clean Tidy Home Show.
And we'll see you all there.
Can't wait. See you there. Thanks again. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.